I think in communities that are desirable because somebody's own feelings are the school district is better in this town versus that town, I think you'll see mild appreciation, 2 to 4%. But I also think you'll see some prices come down a little bit, the same 2 to 4%. If you don't have the same demand. And then again, I think one of the reasons we still see some mild appreciation is people need to be near services. So they need to be near trains or buses if they're working in a major city. And where I am, it's New York City. Medical facilities are important to a lot of people as they get older. So that's why they stay in their homes or take residence closer to the services they need. I think you'll see mild appreciation in some towns and mild depreciation in other towns. Commercial covers many territories. So we know warehouse and industrial has been the most in demand because of distribution centers and businesses looking to have those properties for their business, for storage and for growth. Retail has been a concern in many markets as some stores never recovered from the pandemic. Clothing has been much more difficult because you can do so much of that online. And I think the other thing that's a really big concern would be the office buildings because of work from home. My son works 3 days a week at home and 2 days in New York City. Yet their company went from, I believe, 20,000 square feet of space down to 6,000 square feet because they alternate using the office and they built out small conference rooms so that when they had to have meetings, they had the area to do that. But they didn't need everybody to have their own office anymore for 1 or 2 days a week. I think it's going to take a long time for people to come back to work 5 days a week in their office. And I think the bigger concern would be if the companies are still profitable and efficient, why would you demand that of your workforce? And if you are you willing to lose a good employee because they don't come into the office, and can you replace them, their institutional knowledge, and for the same amount of money? So it's going to be a challenge for companies going forward. But I think the biggest risk is office buildings and retail. I think your biggest strength will be multifamily dwellings. Elon Musk said everybody has to come back to work. Google said you could work from home forever. We know banking and financial markets are asking their people to come back to work because of the interaction. The business travel has suffered greatly. The entertaining has suffered. Wall Street used to work from the desk from 9:30 to 4, and then you entertain different customers every night, either at a restaurant, a sporting event, weekend of golf, the theater, anything. Now everybody just goes home and they're happy. The companies are a lot more profitable because of that. When you look at the families across the country that are the wealthy, it's not just on their businesses, it's on their real estate investments over the years. And one of the examples also where real estate, residential real estate was a concern was Canada, as an example. Canada last year put in a law that said there was no foreign investment for single family homes because they did not have enough inventory for the Canadian population that wanted to buy a single family home. So I think you're going to see different laws around the world trying to give residents of their own country an opportunity to buy residential real estate because of the inventory concerns around the world.
Do you think it's going to happen in the States as well?
I don't think so, because I think the states have always been about protecting the private property rights of the seller, but also giving the buyers the opportunity to buy properties.
Still good for foreign investors.
I think the security of real estate in the United States with the deeds, the title insurance and everything of the way it's done here with licensed real estate professionals, realtors. We had to fight with Congress, both the House and the Senate, to make sure to preserve the 1031 tax-free exchange, because really it affects over 80% of the investors are individuals like you and me. We're buying another property that we're going to improve anyway, so that helps the economy. We have statistics through the National Association of Realtors that says for every sale, about $60,000 on a single family is invested in the economy, whether it's paint, landscaping, fencing, furniture, utilities, renovation. There's so many different ways that you improve your property or spend your money when you acquire a new property. So this year we're going to have roughly 4.8 million sales residentially. I haven't done the math, but 4.8 million sales with an average investment of $60,000 is a lot of money in the economy.